Leaving the Antiques Roadshow behind, Michael Aspel proves he's one of the sharpest wits in the business, sharing Have I Got News For You? Tonight at 9 on BBC1.
Morning, Walter.
Bounds close. That poor girl. What was she? 18. Walked out in front of a car on Clanard's Road. Died before she reached the hospital.
Walter, I don't wish to pry. Is everything all right?
Hello, Mr. Humphreys. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. I just wanted to check. If there's anything I can help you with.
Well, that's very kind of you, but...
What? What's the matter?
There's a demon standing behind you.
Look, Walter. Are you feeling okay?
It's standing right behind you. A dark spirit of some sort, a shadow.
Walter, please stop this nonsense.
It's resting its hand on your shoulder. Can't you feel it?
I'd better go. It's a pleasure to talk to you, Walter.
I'm concerned for you, Mr. Humphreys. I mean, have you been opening yourself up to some sort of malign influence, bitterness, unforgiven hurts from the past?
Hello, Mr. Darnell. It's Derek Humphreys here. Progress report on your brother. Sorry to say, he's worse than normal. Yes, much worse.
Coffee?
No thanks.
Yeah. I keep thinking I should cut down. My course finishes today. But I could come back this evening if you wanted.
What's the point? Last night you made your feelings perfectly clear.
It's not a question of feelings. Yesterday was a fantasy. Surely you must realise that.
Last night, I felt normal for the first time in months. And I'd take the fantasy over this any day of the week.
But you can't turn the clocks back. Look, we're different people now. You can't pretend the last few years never happened.
That's what I want.
Nick, I hate to see you like this. You've had a terrible accident and I'm sorry, but...
I don't want your sympathy. If the only feeling you have for me is pity, then you leave now.
No, but I care about you. And you made that seem like a bad thing.
I want more. It doesn't matter. It's time I got on with living this life. You know, I'm grateful. Grateful to you. You've shown me I can't rely on anyone.
Nick, come on. Look, we can't end like this.
Please.
Look, we should talk about this.
Get out.
Joe.
Morning.
Lovely day, isn't it?
Well, I'll take your word for it.
Morning, Vivian.
Dr. Clay, you seem alarmingly cheerful.
Merely my natural sunny disposition coming to the fore.
Who are you, and what did you do with the real Jimmy?
I'm sorry to report, but you are fully booked today. And you've got post and paperwork going back to the end of last week.
Nice try, but nothing's going to ruin my day.
Are you on happy pills or something?
Can't a bloke just be cheerful without getting the 3rd degree?
In a word, no. Come on, something's happened. Or someone.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you don't get that look in your eye just because you enjoyed the match on the telly last night. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Jimmy Clay has pulled.
I don't think this is the time or the place.
No, of course, Vivian, you're right. Anyway, I can't say anything too much. It's all pretty X-rated stuff.
Oh, come on, that's not fair. Oi, Nick, can you tell Jimmy to fess up?
What?
Well, I reckon Jimmy's got himself a woman on the go, but he's not spilling the beans.
I couldn't care less what he's up to. It's about time you realised it.
Dr. West, I prepared your notes. I'm afraid you're going to be busy today. Dr. Woodson's away.
Is she back tomorrow?
No, she's off for a couple of days. Why do you ask?
No reason. If anyone wants me, I'm in my room.
I know you may not be able to discuss my brother's treatment, but you did say to me I should come to you with any concerns. The plain fact is, Walter's getting worse.
I take it he's still living on his own.
Walter always was a bit of a loner. He was always a little eccentric. Even at the best of times, we found it hard to communicate.
I'm sure it is difficult to come to terms with his condition.
I know I should see him more often.
You do keep an eye on him.
A neighbour phones frequently to keep me updated. Apparently, this morning, my brother was busy on the lawn making some sort of rope sculpture. And he's been babbling about seeing demons again. With the greatest of respect, I'm not sure the medication is working.
Oh, morning, Nick. Did you have a nice day yesterday?
Sorry?
Well, it was your day off, remember? Well, there's always so much to do, isn't there? Actually, I've been meaning to have a word with you because I went out for a drink with some mates yesterday, and apparently a friend of a friend who's got muscular dystrophy has...
Look,
well,
no
anyway,
offence,
she's been trialling out this new wheelchair. It's made out of carbon fibre or something. I mean, I know it's not like the latest sports car or
Can I
anything,
just get through?
But she's wondered if you might have a look into it or something. She's called Katie. She's a lovely girl. I should introduce them to
Will you shut up? Get out of my way.
Getting a call to say your brother's tried to kill himself. Arriving to find paramedics and police everywhere. You don't forget something like that in a hurry.
He just walked out in front of a train.
Luckily, they were repairing that section of track, so it wasn't going at full speed. If it had, he would have been killed outright. Instead, he suffered multiple fractures to his arms and legs, a punctured lung.
And since then?
He's made no further attempts, if that's what you mean. He still claims to be able to see angels and demons everywhere. The most worrying thing is, he seems to be in one of his up phases at the moment. If that's followed by another period of depression...
Well, these cycles are quite typical for someone suffering from a bipolar disorder. I admit the hallucinations he's experienced are rather unusual, but the medication should be smoothing that out a bit. Look, I've got some house visits to make later. I'll pop in and see your brother. I'll assess the situation and perhaps look into changing his dosage. Okay?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, it's nothing. I'm being stupid as usual.
Yeah, you can tell me.
No, I was just talking to Nick about this new wheelchair, and he shouted at me, and he told me to shut up, and then he shoved me out of the way. I promise you won't say anything. I don't want to get into even more trouble.
We shouldn't treat you like that.
No, it's fine. It was just a stupid misunderstanding.
I just don't understand why you're being so coy about it, that's all. It's not like you.
There is such a thing as good manners, you know.
Oh, that's never stopped you before. I'm sure Archie would like to hear all the gory details, wouldn't you, Arch?
Leave me out of it.
I have my reasons, that's all I'm saying.
I'm not finished with you, Jimmy Clay.
Hey, don't worry. I'll have a word.
No, Archie.
Come in.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Sorry?
Melody is in the staff room crying her eyes out. She said you shouted at her, pushed past her.
Yeah, she was being thoughtless.
That's no excuse. I know she can be a pain, but she doesn't need people undermining her all the time.
Frankly, Archie, it's none of your business. I don't have to justify myself to you or anyone. No. Unless there's something else. You got work to do. So do I.
Yes?
Dr. Fenton from the Mill Health Centre. Hello, Walter.
Oh, yes, I remember. Can I help you?
I was just passing by and I thought I'd drop in and see how you were.
My newspaper tells me that the NHS lurches from one crisis to another. And yet here you are with time enough to visit me unprompted. I'm flattered.
Perhaps we could talk inside?
Very well.
So, how have you been? It's a while since I saw you.
Oh, I'm fine. More than fine. Each morning I wake up full of energy and ideas.
And you don't feel depressed or agitated?
No, not in the slightest. I mean, if there is an opposite to depression, then this must be it. I'm blessed, Dr. Fenton. There's no other way of looking at it.
Blessed?
I know my insights and visions come at a cost, but aren't the best things in life worth a little pain?
Tell me about these visions.
I see a supernatural world just below our own. A separate but connected realm where evil shadows encourage people to perform terrible acts and where angels strive to protect and bless. And I believe that throughout history, certain rare and gifted individuals have been able to glimpse this other world.
And you are one of these people?
Yes. Soon I'll be able to share my insights.
This is the work you mentioned earlier?
My book, yes.
Most people would find your visions absolutely terrifying. They'd do anything to get rid of them.
Without my insights, Doctor, I would be adrift in a one-dimensional world. Everything flat and grey. Anyway, Dr. Fenton, are you trying to tell me that all the mystics throughout history have been mad? I mean, Joan of Arc, the Buddha? Should they all have been locked up?
Look, Walter, I'm not here to debate history with you, and I have certainly no intention of locking anyone up, but I am concerned.
Virginia Woolf, Charlie Mingus, Van Gogh. Each one stigmatised by society, but each one an artist, a visionary.
2 out of the 3 people that you mentioned ended up killing themselves. What might they have achieved without the blight of depression on their lives?
There you go again. Blight. It is such a terribly pejorative word.
I don't want to offend you, but I mean, after what happened to you a couple of years ago, well, you're lucky still to be with us.
Lucky? You said lucky. Do you call that lucky? I am in almost constant pain from my injuries. Yeah? But still, it's as I said. There is a cost to the wonder of my insights.
But your suicide attempt...
It was not a suicide attempt.
All right. Let's talk about the drugs that you've been taking. How have you been getting on with them? Any side effects?
No, none at all. Oh, and I am still taking them, Doctor, if that's what you're alluding to. These will see me through to the end of the week, and then I've another bottle ready for me. I picked up the prescription from your surgery last week. You can check if you want to. Well, I have enjoyed our little chat, Dr. Fenton, but honestly, I'm fine.
Well, I better get on with my house visits. It's been a pleasure to see you again, Mr. Darnell.
Eva, it's Jimmy. Listen, I've been thinking about you all day. If this carries on, I'm gonna have to have a cold shower. Or maybe I could wait until you're with me.
Come on, Walter, let me in.
I'm tired. Go away.
I just wanted to check that the doctor's been.
And you should have come round yourself. Not send somebody else to do your dirty work for you.
What are you on about?
I know what you're up to. You want to stop me finishing my book?
Walter. I don't want to push the door in.
No, you can't come in. You'll bring the demons with you.
Good afternoon, Mill Health Centre.
It's Brian Darnell. Can I speak to Dr. Fenton, please?
Dr. Fenton is still out on house calls. I can pass on a message.
I've got to speak to him. My brother, he could be in danger.
Very well. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Darnell, Dr. Fenton has just walked through the door. Hold the line, please.
Thanks.
It's Brian Darnell. He seems very upset.
That's okay. Thanks. Hello?
I decided to call on Walter, but I've just made things worse.
Just slow down.
You wouldn't let me in. I forced the door. I know I shouldn't have done, but he just ran out of the house.
Now, your brother seemed reasonably okay earlier. I checked, and he's been picking up his prescriptions.
He was lying, Dr. Fenton. He's not taken his pills for months.
I found them, Doctor.
Boxes and boxes
of unopened pills.
Where do you think he's
going?
He's going to kill himself, isn't he?
Try and stay calm. I'll meet you by the bridge.
Please, Doctor.
Come as quick as you can.
Come in.
Hey, Nick, is everything all right? I was told that you shouted at Melody.
Yeah, it was just one of those things. You know, she was in my way. I wanted to get on with work.
It's not like you, though. I mean, Melody, of all people.
I know. I'm sorry. I'll speak to her later, make sure everything's okay.
I'm worried about you as well, you know.
There's no need.
Come on, Nick, what's going on?
Last few days, Sally's been staying with me.
I thought you hadn't seen each other for years.
It's been a while, yeah.
So what's happened?
Well, at first it was fine, you know. Just catching up, pretending nothing had changed. But then, well, I suppose I wanted things to be the way they were before. But I learned yesterday. You can't go back.
Nope. I tried that with Mac. Look where it got me.
Hold on. Walter! It's Dr. Fenton. I saw you this afternoon. Do you remember? We talked about Charlie Mingus and Virginia Woolf.
Dr. Fenton. I remember.
Why didn't you come down from there?
There's no point. Brian wants me sectioned. He wants me to start taking my pills again.
Now, honestly, Walter, that's not the case.
You're both trying to stop me writing my book.
No one wants that.
If I take those pills again...
Then what do you think will happen?
They make me feel empty, drained of life. And the one thing I need at the moment is energy. My work demands it.
So that's why you stopped taking your medication?
If I can't complete my book, I'm as good as dead anyway. I may as well jump. I've seen them. The demons. Down there on the railway line. They want me to do it.
Hi, could I speak to DMO, please? Thanks.
Hello?
Eva, it's Jimmy.
Jimmy, hi.
Where have you been all day? I've been phoning your mobile, I've been leaving messages.
I've been really busy.
Right, well then, let's go out.
My treat, I know this great little place. I'm rushed off my feet, sorry. Can you just put them there, please? Listen, I've really got to go.
Well, what about later?
I've got to work late. I'll speak to you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, sure. Tomorrow.
Please, Walter, come down. Why were you spying on me? Why did you break in?
I'm worried about you, that's all. I'm sorry, Walter. I never meant to upset you.
I can honestly say that Brian never even talked about forcing you to have treatment.
But the demons, they want me to jump.
I want you to listen very carefully, Walter. If you jump, you won't finish your book. Now, that's not what you want, is it? I know how important this work is to you.
If I come down, you'll force me to take those tablets again.
I do want you to take the pills again, but I want it to be your choice. I want you to decide that your life will be better if you do. If you had carried on taking the pills, then I doubt we'd be having this conversation now, would we?
But my book is unfinished. And this place, it's vital. I find out what went on here.
You're scared that the medication will take away your energy, the drive that you need to finish things off. But remember, when you took the pills before, you still had your insights, didn't you? You still had your visions.
There is much more work to do.
Then I can help you. If your book is important to you, I'll do anything I can to make sure you finish it.
And you won't stand in my way. You won't keep spying on me.
Of course.
You want to help people with your book. Don't throw it all away now.
I hope if I start taking the pills again, I don't become just another dull man in a flat and boring world.
I can't imagine you ever being boring, Walter. Why is that area so important to you?
I suppose you could call it a case study. Have you ever been somewhere and sensed an atmosphere, Dr. Fenton? An old building, a graveyard?
I visited the site of a concentration camp once. You could just feel that something terrible had happened.
And even now I'm told the birds choose not to sing there. Well, I believe such locations are all round us, and it's here that the demons gather. I didn't mean to jeopardize my life, Brian. 2 years ago, I mean. What happened to me then was an accident.
You were wandering around on the railway line. You were hit by a train.
I was following an angel. It wanted to show me where the demons gather so that I could warn other people. I was blundering along in darkness. I'm not hearing, not seeing. The guardian spirit told me just in time that the train was coming. It wasn't my illness that put my life in danger, Doctor. It was my illness which saved me.
Hey, I wanted to work before you went.
Oh, but I really should be going, so...
One take a moment. I just wanted to say sorry for what happened this morning.
It was fine, honestly.
I was wrong. You know, to take things out on you.
Come on, Melody, get a move on.
Sorry, gotta go.
Why don't I make us some tea? Then I'll sort out your front door.
Thank you, Brian.
Now, you will start taking your medication again.
Of course. That was ideal, Dr. Fenton. You oversee my pills, Brian helps me with some research. I get to finish my book.
I'll put you on the same medication as you had before, but you will need to come down to the surgery tomorrow to discuss any support you might need. Perhaps Brian can bring you in.
Well, I look forward to that. I enjoyed our chat earlier, Dr. Fenton. I know you don't believe in the world I see, but I'm very grateful you haven't forced me to do something I'm uncomfortable with.
I've found that over the years, it usually works out better if you get the patient to cooperate.
Oh, I'm not surprised. At heart, you're a very gentle man, and your guardian angel has a similar spirit. I've glimpsed a protective figure watching over you. She told me to listen to you when we were up at the bridge. It was the child your daughter never had.
Would be you. I beg your pardon.
This doesn't concern you.
No, hold on a minute. I was there.
I just thought you would know what it means to be lonely.
Joe's old, Michelle. Of course I'm fitter than he is.
It's been 50 years, Fiona. Get over it.
I just wish you'd been honest with me.
I know.
One of the world's top chefs, Heston Blumenthal, is on The One Show tonight at 7. Next this afternoon, Diagnosis Murder.
I don't think